All right, this goes back to November 29th, 2012. This is a sequence that is after Thanksgiving. You know it's a pranayama. So notice how we do the asana prior to that. So here we have Nadine Lolino, great modern dancer. She's doing the Shatakam mudra, the cart. Thumb tips are touching and the index are pointed in toward each other without touching the fingers, other fingers curved into the palm. This is the cart. So like the cart follows the ox that pulls it. We're yoking the powers of yoga here. All right, Joya, you see yourself in the back? Check it out. All right, then we move on from there to Tom doing Supta Virasana. You'll see a couple of different variations of it. When you really, really tighten the knees or the shins or the feet or the low back especially, then we really create a nice high arc for you. So at least you can get the front body stretched, because remember, back bending is frontal extension. But then we have other students like Georgia who can do it on the heart bench, the Simhasana box. That's one of the things I've always tried to share with everyone. That special shaped box is classic to do Supta Virasana, Supta Balarasana, Supta Padmasana, one after the other. Really open up the hips and groins, even though the chest box position changes slightly when the leg and the pelvic position are different. So she has that. Then you have people who can go down further. And then you have, I think it's Caitlin O'Connor hanging in there, and she's down just on a regular bolster. But of course, I've heard Mr. Angar trash other people saying, oh, you can't do it flat on the floor. Notice that our friend in the top corner there has his arms up on a block. So it could be something that's preventing unnecessary tension by descending the arms, because you can see that the hands are lower than the shoulders. So that could be pulling a lot on the muscles if the person's tight there. So hip and groin openers, and then classic dog pose. You know, I always like to do those two things in concert with each other. Almost every class has variations of it. I cannot understress how much they sell this like snake oil in India. So here you can see I'm hanging, got my feet, heels just above the baseboard, so I'm getting real length in the back of the leg, and then long extension of the side body, hopefully hip to wrist angle, a nice long diagonal, and my head at full extension, not being inhibited by the block, but lightly alighting on the block to relax the crown. Immediately gives a sense of peace to the cerebral cortex. All right, and then we move right away into inversions. It's interesting that in this variation, it's not only the sling and the blanket in the sling, but another blanket across the top of the pelvis to really ensure security. There's no way that you're going to fall out of the pose. Head is hanging, but the hands are still in Sirsasana. The person can mimic the lifting of the shoulders even though there's no pressure on the neck. Then classic from that is Viparithanasana. It's a really interesting way to make a transition out of the head balance. So here's Gabriel, our apprentice. He has his head supported, and his feet are also higher up on the block, so it's minimizing the lumbar curve. So if he was more open, then he would be closer to the floor with his head, and his feet would be down lower too without engaging his lumbar. Notice how he's using the hands to push against the chair, so he can go dashing against the chair, so he can lift and move the chest further back. You also notice he has an additional blanket roll in his mid to lower thoracics. So he's really opening up the bottom of the shoulder blade all the way up to the kidney area with that extra dome shape. Really good work. And then after Viparithanasana, we do Bharadvajasana as a kind of transition twist. So you're already sitting through the chairs. That way it's also an economy of forces. And you're turning. It's really important to open up the collarbone. So she has her head neutral, but it can also be turned in the opposite direction to the twist. And then that's the neutral gear, and then you come into Sarvangasana variation. Kathy is doing a great job of doing the chair version, so she probably dropped over from the back of the chair and then was able to Bring our arms underneath the chair pan and grab the back chair legs, turning our palms to the outside. So this is a variation of Niralamba Sarvangasana. She's doing a good job in balancing. And then that's it. We bring them into Shavasana. Notice that we have everybody have a head wrap. It's one of the special things I've learned about the yoga approach that deals with restorative work. And then from there, we're going to go into the breathing. So that was the preparatory asanas. So not much to see here because this is not a video, but notice I'm using the chair to support my back, and then dashing the hands against the chair again to keep that lift in the chest. I got a peacock fullness in the chest, and I got the Jalandhara Bandha. So what we're doing in this particular variation is Viloma 3, which as you see is the interrupted inhale and interrupted exhale. But we're also teaching the 3-2-1 sequence. So we're not doing any partially closed nostrils on this one. It's just interrupted inhale, segmented exhale, and then take 3 restorative breaths. Then interrupted inhale, interrupted exhale, take 2 restorative breaths. Interrupted inhale, interrupted exhale, 1 restorative breath, and then 3 continuous Viloma 3 cycles. It's called the 3-2-1 technique to help students get into continuous cycles. Then after that, we did another technique. Here I'm showing the right hand position. One of my students, Cheryl, is always telling me, but you're always raising your shoulder too high. She's absolutely right. She criticizes me. She critiques me. Hope you're hearing that, Cheryl. And I had to make that change. My knees are a little wide here. Got to roast myself here. But trying to maintain the form and show the digital control position. So now we're moving into the next technique, which was the digital control. And we're doing the same thing, except that now instead of doing Viloma, we're doing Ujjayi in the 3-2-1 technique. And then Shavasana. Get the calves up, relax the low back, stay in the head wrap position, and enjoy your Pratyahara. Thanks for watching.